Hi guys, welcome to another episode of AJAWI TV. I'm AJAWI, and for today we'll be talking about a topic that a lot of people are talking about. There's a lot of controversy around the topic. Alright? A lot of controversy around the topic. So today we'll be talking about construction costs. Do you think $3 million can build you a 3-bedroom house? Yes or no? And why? Right? I'm going to be trying out something today, which is I'm going to accept a live call from you guys, right? So you guys can video call in and have a discussion around the topic, right? If you are not able to hear me clearly, let me know. If you're hearing the background music too loud, let me know, right? It's all about communication. I'm here at 7 o'clock with you guys because that's the commitment, right? And as for you, your commitment is as soon as you come into the chat, as soon as you come into the live, just hit the like button and just comment so that I know that you are here. Alright? So let me know if you can hear me clearly, and let's get this show on the road, right? So why did I decide to take on this topic today? I decided to take it on because a lot of people are talking about it, one, and I realized that there's a lot of misguided information around the topic, right? Aisha Martin Inc. Big up yourself, welcome. You're the first person in the chat. You're the first person tonight, so I want to give a big shout out to you. Thanks for being a part of the channel. Thanks for being a loyal supporter of the channel. Big up yourself, alright? So yeah, a lot of people have been talking about this, and I saw a message on a group that I am a part of, and the person was really, kinda arrogant a bit, because they were saying what they want and stuff like that. I'm gonna read it to you guys so you guys can have a understanding of what I'm talking about, right? So I'm just waiting for the guys to come in the chat. I'm gonna post the Google's meeting room link in the chat. So if you guys want to call in and talk about the topic, I welcome you. Right? So just type it in the comment section that you want to be a part of this live, and then I'll send you the link, and you can come into the chat. Right? So check this out. This person was saying a couple of days ago, I posted looking for a contractor to build me a 2-bedroom living, dining, kitchen, bathroom for $4.5 million. Right? $4.5 million. The response were rather interesting. Some said not to use contractors because they are expensive, right, and thieves. Some said to use good tradesmen. Some said 4.5 enough. So 4.5 enough money for a 2-bedroom. And some wondered if I was insane. I would say the person is insane, but I want to know what you think. So for 4.5, $2 million, right, with the kitchen, dining, living, and everything. Went on to say, Yet, the most important question that will determine if the money can indeed build a 2-bedroom house was not asked. Right? What size? Talk more of other relevant questions. So, the person was upset because most of the people that asked her or responded to her did not ask what size building she was referring to for the $4.5 million. Alright, cool. She went on to say, the size that I'm expecting for the $4.5 million, close to the tree, right, is 2,800 square feet. Right? So 2,800 square feet of house for $4.5 million. Right? Now, she went on to say she wanted 2 stories. Now, this is two stories. Right? So ground floor and the upper floor. Right? And she said that the master unit with ensuite, right, ensuite bathroom, she want a jacuzzi in it. She want a jacuzzi. Right? She want an open concept living, dining, kitchen with center island. Not only that, for that same master, she wants a double vanity, a standard shower, and a private room for the toilet. Right? She also want quartz countertop, and she wants a powder room. I'm not done. Right? For the upstairs, she said the master suite with ensuite bathroom and jacuzzi, double vanity, standing shower, private room for toilet. So that she wants a master bedroom on the ground floor, and she wants a master bedroom on the upper floor. Right? She wants a double staircase. Right? She wants a double staircase on the inside. She gave a picture of the staircase, which was really beautiful. She want that a way you see probably in some high-end let's say Beverly Hills looking houses, right? So she showed an example of the staircase, and she's saying that she want that for 4.5 million. She went on to say she will not pay $1 more than the $4.5 million, and contractors are supposed to come forward and give their bid so that she can get going. No, that's the case today. That's the that's the case study, right? What do you think? Right? What do you think? Can she do that with the $4.5 million? Ponder about that, right? Think about it. I'm gonna set up the Google meeting room. Gonna have a little discussion around that, right? So let me just create the link for the meeting. Guys, as I said before, it's 13 people here, 9 likes. If it is that you don't want me to do this on a Sunday, just let me know, right? But if you're here, I expect your participation, and your participation is to hit the like and to comment and have a conversation, right? That's all I'm asking. I can be doing something else, but I'm here with you. Alright? So get the likes up. I'm gonna turn off my camera. You just click the like in the meantime, because guess what? That's what it's all about, alright? Alright guys, so I set up the meeting, right? I set up the meeting. Now if you're a supporter of the channel, I want to say thank you. Thank you for being a part of the growth. Thank you for being a part of the channel. I know that some people, you know, have a lot to do and they decided to be here. Alright? So I'm gonna send the information in the chat now. Alright, so that's the meeting link. Tell me if you see it. And you can join and have the discussion. Alright? So yeah, for $4.5 million, that's not possible. Overall. Now there's a particular component of this conversation that I want you to pay attention to. Right? Which is, she said that she was warned that contractors are thieves and are very expensive. Right? Contractors are thieves and are expensive. Right? Now you have to look at it this way. A lot of returning residents run into problems simply because they're too cheap. Yes, I said it. You cannot expect to go to, let's see, you cannot expect to go to BMW with with a not even Toyota handcat, not even a handcat more expensive. Make we say a donkey money. You cannot do that. And here's the problem that most returning residents run into. They try to do this, and because they are not very serious about what they're doing, they find people to do the job that rip them off. So they put themselves in situations that is not good for them, simply because they want to work miracles. They want to pull off a Hail Mary, or they want to basically get something for nothing. Right? You want to get something for nothing. I would rather somebody say, hey, my budget is $4.5 million and I'm looking to build, and then you work your size building around that $4.5 million, rather than say, hey, I want a jet, I want a jacuzzi, I want 3 Range Rovers, and I want a house, but I just have $2 million, or I just have $4 million. It's not possible. You're setting up yourself at the end of the day. Right? You are setting up yourself. Guys, I'm not going to go to the chat room until the lights go up, right? I have 10 likes right now, 18 people here so far, and there are those that left already for whatever reason. But I'm not going to go to the chat until I see the likes go up, right? But what I'm saying is this: you cannot do that. And most of the times, whenever you get people that are willing to quote you on these types of estimates at that rate, you run into problem. Yeah, they are trying to outdo their neighbors, but they don't have the money to do it. Right? They don't have the money to do it, but they're expecting. Let me tell you, let me tell you straight. Contractors are not thieves. Not all of them. The problem is that you put yourself in a position where you go and find contractors that are willing to do your job for little and nothing. So it's an under the table deal, and then running a problem. Them just can't finish it. Remember, you know, them on a God we can pray over a loaf of bread and it multiply, you know. Them can't pray over the material and it multiply, you know. So when you come with nothing and expect them to get something, it's just impossible for them. And you cannot blame the contractor when you are the one that are putting yourselves in that situation. Get a budget, right? Have a budget and design within your means. It does not make sense you try to say somebody is robbing you because you don't have money. That is it. You don't have the money, but you want something, and at the same time you don't realize that if you were to sit down and plan it and try and cut your how old people say, cut your coat to fit you, right? Cut your coat to fit you, then it would be much more feasible at the end of the day. But hey, at the end of the day, you're the one that's putting yourself in problems. The little man where, cause you hear what I'm saying, get a tradesman to come deal with it, right? Not knocking a tradesman, but when you find a carpenter, mason, plumber, electrician as one person, chances are you're going to run into problems, right? And then you're going to end up on the news because of those type of things, complaining that hey, somebody robbed you. No, they didn't rob you. You did not plan properly, and you did not make sure that the relevant money is available to do the job and follow strict guidelines to get it done, right? Strict guidelines to get it done. I'll give you an example. I'll give you Davian Isaacs. That sounds like my little brother. Sounds like my little brother, Davian Isaacs. But yeah, I'll give you an example. A returning resident send back money to build a fence for a property that they own, right? And send back money now, and send back money to build the fence. And when they came, it's just some picket fence, you know, like cow pastures with them stake. Paula, welcome to the live. I appreciate you being here. Make sure you hit the like as you come in. That's the social contract here. Hitting that like button as soon as you're reaching the live. So yeah, so when they came back, they saw, you know, them when you put in stakes and barbed wire to keep in cow within a pasture. That's what the person came back to see, because at the end of the day they didn't get somebody reputable, and their budget was just so ridiculous that it just can't happen, right? Can't happen. So tell me what you think. I'm gonna start accepting people within the chat room. Let's have a conversation around that. Guys, get up the likes. So if you want to call in now is the time. Go ahead and let's make this happen. What do you think? Do you think that $3 million can build a 3-bedroom house, right? 3-bedroom house. Dom G, big up yourself. Respect. I appreciate the appreciation. Welcome. I've never seen that name before. Right? So, so, um, the person was advised overall that she should do her research and stop fall victim to unscrupulous people. And that's exactly what will happen if it is that you put yourself in such a situation. Guys, as a returning resident coming back home, my best advice that I can give you, or if I was coming back home, if I lived overseas and I'm coming back home and I say that I want to come back home, what I would do, this is what I would do. I would create a fund for myself, right? So I go overseas, I sit down, how much 3 million in US dollars can buy, can build? Oh, then you don't need for say something and make sure you hit the like button though. Make sure you hit the like button. Yeah, this is what I would do. So I leave Jamaica today, right? Go overseas to a job. Go overseas to a job and I decided that, hey, I'm working for the next 10 years, right? I'm working for the next 10 years in whatever country I'm going to. Doesn't matter where. The first day, I would sit down and create a budget. I would ask myself, what type of house do I want to live in? Where do I want to live? Right? Where do I want to live? Whether it is in an upscale community, whether it is in a, wait a say, just a gated community, wherever I want to live, I would determine that from the day me find out say boy me I gotta leave to go overseas to go live, you know, I would determine that. No matter what age I am. I just sit down and say, yo, and you should be doing this as a person in general. Where do you want to live? At the end of the day. Right? Where is your dream house? Where is that going to be? I would also ask myself, how much money will I spend to build my dream home? If you have not done that yet, do it now. Right? Do it now. Right? If you have not done that, do it now. How much money are you going to want to spend on constructing your home? You write that down. Then what I would do is I would look at my monthly income, my budget, right? And I would say, okay, I'm gonna split up my budget. Spending money, bills, savings towards my house, savings towards buying the land, and me create an account for that and that alone. Right? And then what I would do is every single month, remember I know me do overseas, you know. Every single month, I know I say my budget, once the money come in my pocket, I just send whatever house money me have to my house account. That no touch, that I just look on that and watch it grow. That now have nothing to do with me. That I have to build my house at the end of the day. And every single year that I am there, I set a target how much money I'm supposed to put in that account, so that when it comes time for me to come back to Jamaica, to say how I'm going to build my house, I have the relevant money available. Also, what I would also do is, I would look at the construction cost. Before I decide to make a build, I look at the construction cost. Remember, I already know how much more I spend. So I look at the construction cost within the industry. And by the way, construction cost gone up now. Construction cost last year is not the same as this year. It's more expensive now to build, right? You build a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bathroom with $3 million? That's the question. Here what? I'm gonna post back the link. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about it. Just posted the link. Click the link. Let's have a conversation about it. So whenever you're ready, let me know. Click on the link so that I can answer your call. So somebody said that they built a 2-bedroom house, 2.5 bathroom with $3 million. Let's have that conversation. Oh no, you said 3-bedroom. Did I say 3-bedroom? 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, $3 million. Let's have the conversation. I just posted the link. Click the link. Let's get the conversation going. Byron, big up yourself. Here is where the problem is with that. There are a couple of questions that you have to ask. What year did you build that house? Did you write down every single dollar you spend? Right? Did you write down every single, how much money did you spend? Did you write down every single dollar you spend? A lot of people, what they do is they're building, right? And they have a lot of things going on, or they're spending money, but they're not taking account of all of the money that they're spending. So they only consider the large sum of money when they spend, right? So they must spend a lot, 300,000 today on something, and them not really remember. Say yesterday you pay somebody $50,000, you pay 6 months $50,000, or you pay the haulage contractor a $90,000, and those little incremental payments do add up. Always remember that it does add up. For $3 million for a 2,800, you hear what she said? She wanted a $4.5 million house, and the size of the house should be 2,800 square feet. Now let us calculate that. So 2,800 square feet multiplied by construction cost gone up now, but I can still use the old rate, which is say $12,000 per square feet. $2,800 multiplied by 12,000. We're looking at $33 million, right? $33 million. Yeah, what does the house look like? What does the house look like? I mean, they could get a cardboard house, nothing wrong with that. They could get a cardboard house. anybody wants to join the live, let me know. Alright? Yeah, I mean, a house of that size cannot be built for that money. Material for finishes alone blowed at the budget a long time. Do you know how much for a kitchen? A decent kitchen? Right? And I'm not talking no high-end kitchen. I'm talking a decent kitchen for your house. You're looking at least $2 million. Cabinet works alone is at least $2 million. I should know. I did drawings for a kitchen manufacturer before. Right? Kitchen not cheap. No, the 12K per square feet is low now because $12,000 per square feet is outdated because of the recent things that are happening within the market. It's actually $15,000 now. I found out that this week actually. I was doing the project that I tell you guys that I'm doing. The QS and I met, and he gave me the cost for it. That's supposed to come in another episode. I'm not gonna tell you the cost though, or show you the building itself for now. But when he sent me the cost, I was like, wow, why is it so expensive? And he was saying construction costs gone up now because of the pandemic. So the rates that you have are outdated. You need to, update those. So I was asking him how much per square foot to build right now, and he was like $15,000 per square feet is you can use that, right? So Anne-Marie Walker, big up yourself, welcome. You're about to build a 3-bedroom house for $5 million, with $5 million. I just told you a decent kitchen is $2 million. Cabinet work. So out of that $5 million, you already gone $2 million out of that. Depending on the number of windows within your building and the type of windows within your building, you're looking at least $1 million for the windows. So that's another $1 million. So you have $2 million left. Right? How I know that that's the cost for windows? I used to work with a window manufacturer. I used to be the installation supervisor, sales rep for them. Right? So if you have a look on some decent windows for your house, you're looking at least that, right? If you're looking for some cheap windows, maybe you could get away with, say, 800,000 thereabout, right? Could get away with that. If you're really going low end, like thin windows, then let me see, you could have probably get away with maybe 700,000. Painting is another thing in and of itself. Right? Painting your building, it's gonna take up a little bit of money. It's gonna take up a pretty little penny, right? So out of that $5 million, you already gone $3 million out of it, or 3 point something million dollars out of it. Are you then saying to do foundation, to do walls, to do roof, to do tiling, to do painting, to do electrical installation, right? Waterproofing. Are you saying that you can do that with $2 million? It's just not practical. A lot of people are trying to buy BMW with donkey cart money. It's best to not fool yourself and get an estimate done, right? Get a budget done and save the money, right? Put away money towards that and make it possible than to fool yourself and try and cut corners and then go get some people who you think, oh, I know this man and he's gonna give me a good rate and rate. It's best you have the money saved up and don't use it than to have to spend it to do overwork, or you waste your money and get robbed in the process. Most of the times that's what happens when people get robbed. Them find some crooked man to do the work and then them same man they come rob them at the end of the day. So as a returning resident, you need to come back home and be safe, and the best way to do that is to get reputable people, get the right thing done. You understand? Roofing. Where would I do the waterproofing? I'm not understanding. Cabinets are expensive, yes, Anne-Marie. Very expensive. And especially if you want a kitchen that is well done. Check reality. Welcome. Yes, a lot of houses are unfinished. Here is why that happened. Here's why that happened. It all comes back down to not having an idea of what the cost of construction will be. And I am actually working on something to help you guys out with that, right? Actually, at the moment, I'm trying to get it done so that once you go to my website, you'll be able to punch in the size of your rooms, click enter, and it gives you a very good idea, close estimation of what your cost should be, right, within Jamaica, right? So that's something that I'm working on for you guys. But here's the thing, why are these houses so, you see so many unfinished buildings? Is because a lot of people do not set the budget, as in the bill of quantities, right? They don't do that, and they want to do drawings that are out of this world. It's not, they're saying, oh, I want to build some sometimes I don't even know what. Sometimes people come to me and they're like, oh, I want a 6,000 square feet building. 6,000 square feet. And I'm like, 6,000 square feet? And they're like, yes. Right? 6,000 square feet. And then when I say, how much do you think construction cost will be? And when they tell me the cost for construction, it is nowhere near that 6,000. Now, this is how I normally get people to realize what they're saying. I said to them, okay, let me tell you the cost to actually do the drawing for a 6,000 square feet building. Right? Let me tell you the cost to do a 6,000 square feet building. And when I tell them the cost to do the drawings, they're like, no man, me not have so much money. Me not have so much money for pay you for do the drawing. So I said, so normally I say, so if you can't pay me for do the drawing for a 6,000 square feet building, you think you're gonna find money for build it? You can't go build it. at the end of the day, it doesn't make sense you try to design the world. Evaluate yourself. Stop trying to impress your neighbor. Stop trying to compete with the Joneses and look at your finances. Right? Look at your finances and build according to that. If you're saying that, okay, you want a big house and you don't have the money now, it is better you evaluate your finances and say, okay, I want the big house. I know I can't build it one time. Let me figure out a way to do it. Alright, every year I'm going to set a budget of X to work on the house. Any little extra money when I get, I go towards the house. And when I come back, this is what I'm coming back to. If that's not the approach, you're only fooling yourself. Because you're not going to fool me. Because I'm going to tell you how much to do the drawing, and then that's it. You're going to have to either pay it or find somebody else to do it. Which there are people who will do it for you for little or nothing. But it's not to your benefit at the end of the day. Right? It's not to your benefit. No, the parish council charge based on square footage too. But no man, the drawing part, to pay for the drawing is easy. To pay for the drawing is the easy part. Is to actually build that people get the shocker normally, right? Now, $3 million for a 3-bedroom house, probably that would probably really cover your for a 3-bedroom house. It depends on the size of the building, but let's say 2,000 square feet, you probably would get out a foundation with that, or that would be a foundation, but that would require some serious input as it relates to like trying to cut cost and ensuring that very little waste of material is there. So you're looking at the foundation cost, right? Looking at foundation cost, and it all depends on the type of land. So the slope, if it is on a slope, that does affect it as well. All right, so keep that in mind. Contractors are not fools. Don't believe that contractors are fools, because at the end of the day, the contractor will want to charge you for the service that you're using. It is not for you to say that the contractors are thieves. It is for you to say, hey, this is what it costs. I cannot afford this contractor, so therefore let me find somebody else to do it. But at the end of the day, the guy is offering a service. It's just that you cannot afford the service. Doesn't mean that he is overcharging you. It just simply means you cannot afford that particular contractor. Because remember, for rent a backhoe, not cheap, right? For pay people, not cheap. Let me tell you, construction is one of the most dangerous industry in the world, no matter where you go. If you do not pay the workmen, the said workmen can come and damage the contractor, as in kill the contractor. So construction is not something that is not something that you can play with, right? When you have to pay people, and these are not people that are, you're not dealing with a set of people that are the most educated as it relates to like the general workman, right? Because when a little man from off of the street who hungry work for you on your site, and at the end of the month you can't pay him, you have to disappear. you have to be very careful. Right? So when a contractor tells you that, hey, this is the cost to do it, you as the potential homeowner have to evaluate and say, hey, if I want to use this contractor, then I have to relook at my budget, relook at my finishes, relook at the size of the building, and probably step back or go back to the drawing board or find a different contractor who is willing to do it for less. And that less may mean that you're cutting something out of it, because it's not gonna be that significantly cheaper. So if you get somebody come, if you have a budget for 24 million and somebody come and tell you they're gonna bill it for 10, you have to be very mindful of that, because it doesn't sound realistic, if you understand what I mean. Right? It doesn't sound realistic to me. So you have to be very careful of that. And I think that's where the problem comes in most of the times. We want it for dirt cheap, and that causes us to run into problems. Now there's another cost to it that we have to understand. Right? There's another cost to it. A supporter of the channel some time ago said this to me. Right? They said they were glad they had the channel and the channel is going great and I was like, yeah man, that's good. So they were saying that they started out with a house, right? They started out designing a 3-bedroom house, and Anne-Marie, no, you would not be able to do it in one go with that budget. Alright, with that budget. No, but Yvonne, you say you saw 2 contractors and I went with the one I could afford. The finishes is horrible. You pay for what you get. That is the reality. You pay for what you get. I can bet you that you didn't have a well-defined contract as to what it is that you want, right? I can bet you there was no contract in place, right? So you pay for what you get. At the end of the day, it's a sad reality, you know, sad reality. But ask any contractor, and I want you to understand this as a potential homeowner. When you come to somebody to build something for you, build your house, remember, or even me, let me be clear with you guys. When you come to me and say, AJAWI, I want you to design a house for me. This is 20,000 square feet, I'm exaggerating. Remember, the moment I start working, I expect to be paid. Same thing with the contractor. You are making an investment. Whatever you put in is what you get out. Right? Whatever you put in is what you will get out. So, you want a house that at the end of the day will value, say, $20 million, but you want to spend $4 million to get it built. It doesn't work that way. Right? It doesn't work that way. Right? It doesn't work that way. You have to put in so that you can get out. But you it's so funny sometimes the way how I say people go about doing things. Right? You cannot expect to invest very little and get out a lot. Your house is an investment. Your house, your home is an investment, and the amount that you put in is what you will get back. If you want a $4 million house, don't expect it to look like a $20 million house. Expect it to look like a $4 million house. Whatever that is to you. Right? And I'm sure a lot of contractors will tell you that. I believe prospective homeowners should have an expert by their side to protect their investment. I smash for real. I agree with you 100%. That is why you are supposed to that is why I believe you're supposed to ensure that you have a bill of quantities done, because your quantity surveyor will guide you accordingly. Your quantity surveyor is supposed to actually help you to select contractors as well, right? So once the quantity surveyor prepares your bill of quantities, he's supposed to, or if you require him to, he can send out a tender for you and get other people to quote or bid on your construction, right? And then set up a contract and also inspect before them get paid, right? So I think a lot of people don't realize the power of that. You understand? They don't understand the power of that. And then what happens is that they blame the contractor and saying that the contractors are robbing them. But in fact, that's not the case. The case is that you were trying to rob the contractor indirectly. Not saying that you intentionally do it, right? I can't say that. But at the end of the day, you're expecting more than what should actually happen. You understand? Can I build a 3-bedroom, 3 bathroom, 2,000 square feet, house for budget of 24 million? So 24 million let's see, 24 million divided by the minimum 12,000 square feet, 2,000. Yeah, you should be able to do it. Again, yeah, variations are a thing. I'll get back to that ice smash. Yeah, with the 2,000 square feet for the 24 million, here's what you have to do. If you have that money, you have to sit down with your QS, discuss with him and tell him that this is the budget. Also sit down with your designer, whoever is designing your building, and let them know that, hey, this is the budget and you're trying to design within that, right? Even with finishes, you have to sit down and speak with your QS and let him know that, hey, we're trying to keep within this budget. Little Lee. Yeah. Yeah, when you sit down with your QS, you let him know your budget and you explain to him that you're trying to stick within that budget, and you work it accordingly. It may go over, when the QS price it may go over, right? But he can then see where you can probably use a less expensive material at a particular location and try and reduce the cost. Say in some areas you use timber roof, which may be a little bit more expensive. You may decide to use a slab roof in that location to really cut back on some of the costs. Say you did want porcelain tile and the budget is coming way over that. You can cut it back to, say, ceramic tiles, right? And the different types of ceramic tile may actually bring that budget back down. Maybe the type of paint that you want, it may not be that everlasting, everglow, beautiful finish, but maybe you can use a temporary paint. So say you prime and you paint and you say, okay, we finish within, I know that I'm gonna expect to paint within the next year because I'm just finishing and I'm trying to cut costs. So you buy a cheaper paint, and that paint allow you to really cut back on some costs temporarily. Maybe you paint within the next year because the color will burn out quicker, right? Maybe you don't do the landscaping same time. Maybe you do it by yourself as well. You know, maybe the driveway don't need to have that fancy finish that you think you want immediately, and maybe you're just focusing on the building, right? So those are the things that actually will send up your costs. Maybe the type of cabinets that you want, you can't afford those, right? Because people want some fancy cabinet work. It's not cheap. It's not cheap at all. But these are the techniques that you can use to cut back the cost, right? Maybe the sink in the bathroom, maybe you decide that, hey, I'm not going to use that expensive vanity. I'm going to just get a decent size sink and maybe carry it to a carpentry man and make him make a sink for me. Make him make a vanity unit for me. That is way cheaper than if I was to go and buy it somewhere else. You understand? So these are things that you have to take into consideration in order to cut back that cost. Right? You wanted to go to a gated community for drywall ceiling. That's a good question. That's a good question. I don't know. It's always dependent on what the client wants, but drywall ceiling is easy to install. Alright guys, it's coming up on the 8 o'clock. I've been here with you for an hour. Right? Make sure you're hitting the likes, guys. Make sure you're hitting the likes. And nobody actually calling. What's happening? Y'all are afraid or something? Are you guys afraid? Are you guys afraid? Guys, the likes are not up. The likes are not up. Hit the like, hit the like, hit the like, hit the like. Get the likes up, guys. Get the likes up, get the likes up, get the likes up. We're not continuing the conversation until we get the likes up. So I'm waiting. So 46 people watching at the moment, so that means I should have 46 likes. So if you're here and you're not going to like, quite frankly, there 34 likes, 35 likes. Guys, get the likes up. It takes nothing for you to just click that like. Not continuing until we do. We have what, 10 more minutes to go? So at least 40 likes must be there. So get it to 40 so we can continue the conversation. Okay, there we go. Thank you for that. Alright, so there are different techniques that you can use to cut back costs, right? A lot of times when you are doing the actual drawings for your home, you can take that into consideration from the get-go by setting your budget. Now, understand this. When the person that's doing your design asks you for your budget, how much you're looking to spend on construction, he is not asking you because he want to charge you more money. That's not the point of it, right? That's not the reason why he's asking you. So do not take offense when they ask you what is your budget for construction at the end of the day. How much are you looking to build your home for? The reason why they're asking you that, or the reason why I ask you, is so that I can guide you accordingly. For example, if you tell me, you know that my budget is $6 million, and you come to me and say, boy, you know that I want a 3,000 square feet building, I'm gonna try and guide you and have you understand that your budget is not realistic. I'm not trying to be, what did I say? I'm not trying to throw water on your flame. I'm just trying to make you realize that you need to readjust certain things. It's either you need to increase your budget or you need to decrease the size of the building that you're expecting, so that at the end of the day you don't run into a situation where you have an unfinished building, right? So do not think that, right? Would you work in Portland? I work across the island. I prepare drawings across the island, right? Once construction is going on, we do inspection of the property across the island. We do drawings for people across the Caribbean, right? So it's not just in Jamaica. I actually do drawings for people in Anguilla, different architects in Anguilla. So it's not just in Jamaica, right? So yeah, they're not asking you to tell them the budget because they're trying to misguide you or rob you. They're trying to get an idea of how to guide you accordingly. Now the contractor should not be asking you what is your budget. In my view, you're supposed to give the contractor a bill of quantities, a blank one, with everything there, and then have them fill it out, right? So if you go to the contractor and you know say it's a $3 million budget you have and you want a 3-bedroom house, there's no way I'm going to come back to you and tell you $3 million, because that's just impossible. Unless I'm going to take the money out of his pocket and bill it for you, which I don't know of any contractor that is that generous. So, you understand? Guys, remember, don't type long messages within the chat, and don't put too much emojis in the chat, right? Okay, bottom floor of our 1,600 square feet house is finished. How far away is it? I can't tell you that. I can't tell you that. Dennis Ellis, I cannot tell you that. Right? The best person to tell you that is your quantity surveyor. Right? The quantity surveyor is the one that is supposed to tell you that. But I can tell you this: I recently did a design for somebody, and the square footage is not far from that 1,600 square feet, and it was $3 million for the foundation alone. $3 million for the foundation, $3 million match for the foundation alone. So you can use that as a guide, right? Anyways, we're reaching the 10-minute mark, so 10 minutes after 8. I want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in with me. Thank you for hitting the like button. Finally, we're getting the real supporters in the building. People who are actually going to hit the like button. Tune in again next week. I know you guys have not been getting episodes on Wednesdays. That's because I'm actually trying to finish off my design studio project. I do have stuff that I have to do, and right now I'm in the last semester of architecture school, which is very stressing, right? So I want you guys to understand and bear with me, right? So thanks again for tuning in. For those that donated, those that hit the donate button, I really appreciate you. You are the real supporter. You are the golden AJAWIs, right? I Smash, thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate you, man. I like your channel as well. Big up yourself. Guys, go check out I Smash channel as well. We are all Jamaican YouTubers, so there's another YouTuber. Go check him out. Hit the like and make sure him know say I'm me send you. Right? I Smash, we should do an episode together. I look forward to that. Alright? I'm putting it out there. Let us do a episode together. Alright? Other than that, guys, I want to say thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Look out for my design studio project. I'll share that with you guys. I'm really excited for that. Because I went out on a limb this semester and did something crazy. Crazy for my design. Simply because I want to be different. Right? But who knows? Thanks again for watching. Thanks again for liking. Hit the donate button, hit the like button, hit the share button, and I'll see you next week. Peace out. Love you. Love the AJAWI family. See you next week. Alright?